Do you want to hear my favorite sound?
Yeah.
I went to sleep last night and I was like, I cannot wait to get the biggest cold brew ever.
Yes.
Andrew's like, you're so weird.
The small things that give you joy.
The small things that get me out of bed.
Welcome to the Dirty Business Podcast.
Welcome.
The clinking of the ice.
Yeah,
You know we're here.
this is us. Here we are.
Getting down to business. Literally, the dirty business.
So good.
I've been diving deep into marketing.
Yeah.
And since this is your profession, you're the expert in this. I solely wanted to have this conversation with you, mostly so that I could steal all of your great ideas.
I love that. Yeah.
Yeah, because I've been diving into SEOs.
Yeah.
And I found out recently people don't know what that means. And I'm like, everyone should.
Everyone knows what that means.
Yeah.
What do you mean you don't know what that means?
Search engine optimization.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Diving into the holidays, the election here,
Yeah.
business is a lot harder.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny because I was talking to the business teacher at RCC. And so I'm like, well, tell me what I need to do.
Yeah.
I'm here. All ears. Teach me something. And he's like, did you ever just think that maybe it's the election and it's the time of year
Mm-hmm.
and maybe it's not your business?
Yeah.
Because I'm like, all right, I'm doing it all wrong. Let's get rid of this.
We're
Let's do
deep on a
this.
spiral.
Yeah, deep on a spiral.
Yeah. For sure.
And I was like, no, I never thought of that.
No, how dare you bring in outside factors that could be contributing to my business not
No, it's me.
flourishing right now.
Yeah, I take full responsibility
It's
if
me.
my business isn't doing well.
Right.
So I'm doing something wrong.
Right.
Anyways,
But that's a great point.
this time being
Yeah.
hard, tell me
Mhm.
what you do, and yeah, tell me all the things.
Okay, well,
I'm here
first,
still.
yeah, I just want to make it super clear that I also spiral
Yeah.
no matter what. No matter if I have the logic, the tools, the outside perspective, it's the season or whatever. And it's like clockwork. This happens every 4 years, and every single year during this time, especially with all the sales and just the time of the year it is. People are crunching their budget right now. They're trying to figure out how to buy gifts, how to do all the holidays. People are traveling, like all kinds of things. There's so many different factors. Even knowing all of that framework, I still spiral. I'm like, yeah, no, it's still me.
You look at graphs over the
Yeah.
last 5 years and you're like, oh, this is a trend.
Yeah.
But then when you're in it
Yeah.
and you're not seeing the production, you're not seeing the income, you're
Yeah.
not seeing it work.
Panic.
Panic mode.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
for sure. So everybody does it, regardless of how much you know or whatever, everyone does it. So just kind of go through that emotion first before you try to do anything, because if you don't, you're going to act out of fear or whatever, and who knows what your business might look like after that. But overall, with marketing, with your business, with trying to keep it fluffy and amazing throughout this chaos, because things are being suppressed on social media. If social media is your big traffic for sales, people, anything,
Yeah.
it is rough right now because of the election. You can tell me all day that they don't censor content on social media, but they do, because they want to make sure everything is okay with what people are sharing. So instead of pinpointing certain people, they just shut down the majority of it. So they have less work, and it takes them, they have more time to get to content to review it before it goes out to the masses. So they just kind of put a little ceiling on everybody.
Yeah.
So that's where your traffic is on social media. But overall, just show up early, show up often. If you're having sales for the holidays, show up early, show up often. Don't wait until Black Friday to be like, oh my gosh, I'm having a Black Friday sale. And then be super disappointed when people have no idea, because it takes that long for your content to get out there and get seen.
That's smart. I like
Yeah.
that. So
Yeah.
start now
Start now.
because people aren't going to know about it.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
It's going to take a bit.
Yeah.
And then you feel better because you're making tangible steps to have this goal, put it on a calendar, map it all out, put your day when you're launching for your sale, and then backstep how many posts you want to make until then, how many different ways you want to tell people about it, because you need to be different, tell people different ways. People, I think there's quite a few different buying personalities. There's an impulse buyer, there's a buyer that needs to be told several times, several different ways. There's the emotional buyer, if they have any kind of emotional connection to it, if it's sentimental, whatever. And then there's the one that's like, this one's going to make my life better, I'm going to buy it right now.
Yeah.
So you want to be sure you're reaching all of those people. So make sure every message is tailored to the different audience that you want to reach and make it fun.
Yeah. People like fun,
Yeah.
especially when everything's so serious right now.
Yeah, just have fun with it. Don't stress.
Yeah.
Don't stress.
Don't stress.
It's easy.
Also, it's good to take the lulls, to take a step back and to look at your product and to revamp it, maybe rebrand, or, amp up your website and make it look cleaner. Do things that you didn't have time to do when you were busy.
Exactly.
And take the time to really make it good so that when this election's over and everyone gets their tax returns and life returns back to normal in January or February, then you're coming at it with a fresh look, fresh mind, maybe adding new modalities or products.
Freshen up your systems.
Yeah. Educate.
Yeah. I know you and I love a rebrand every time we have a minute. Rebrand or fixing up our websites or whatever.
It just makes me feel happy.
Yeah.
It's the one thing I have control over.
And I feel like we're evolving every day too, because we have different ways that we want to portray our business, or like maybe the voice of our business is changing, and instead of like the fun, flirty, whatever, maybe we want to be more serious and professional and like show up as the expert in our field and that kind of stuff. So I know I'm doing that right now with my website. I was reading it over again last night. I was like, she sounds fun, but I don't think I would pay her the money that I want people to pay me because I just sound fun. Like, where's the...
I think that comes with our mindset at the moment and our confidence in where we're at. I think if you look statistically too, people who own businesses just even 10 years ago that started their business, they could probably go off of the same website doing the same thing and offering the same product and get good business. I think right now it's essential to continually change and revamp. The whole saying, what is it? Don't fix something that's not broken.
Yeah.
I think it's always going to be broken because we are in this age of instant gratification, constant change. I mean, Apple, everyone comes out with a new phone, a new thing. Every year you feel like you used to be able to have that phone for 10 years. And now, due to planned obsolescence, your battery is dead in a year.
That's crazy how that happens.
Crazy how you need a new phone every year. All the things. So you sadly have to kind of keep up and figure out what is new. I mean, in your field, something is always new. You have to keep up with the new trends and the new reels and the new features. And I mean, it's constantly changing. So you're constantly having to change and educate. And then same in my field too. Health is always changing. You got to figure out what's good, what's not.
New studies that come out.
Yep.
That maybe were suppressed before.
Yeah. I sell a product right now and I was woo that product.
Yeah.
Probably not going to say who it is. I'm just going to change it and you're all just going to see the change.
Yeah.
But because I don't like to talk bad.
Yeah.
But then a new study came out and it's now bad. And I'm like, well, that sucks. So now I'm changing it and adding in a different product that
that's
is
hard.
Cleaner. So it's fine. But we constantly have to be changing. You can't just stick with what you've always done.
Yeah.
You have to, And it's not that it's failed. It's just that that's what we live in.
Right.
I was looking at wages. This has nothing to do with marketing.
Oh my gosh.
I was looking at wages when I was in high school. It was $6.
Yeah.
And before that, it was $6.50 for 4 years. It has never stalled out like that since. It has dramatically increased from that point on every single year.
Yeah.
I don't even know what minimum wage is now, but I know that the 18-year-olds that want a job think that you should pay them $20 an hour. And I'm pretty sure the minimum wage isn't $20 an hour.
No, I think it's like 14.
Okay.
It's 14 something here in Oregon. I looked it up for my course.
And you never expected when you went out to get a job that you were going to get a job over minimum wage.
No, you expected to walk in, start at minimum wage, and work up from there.
Yeah.
That's a crazy concept.
Right.
Yeah.
And now the expectation is that they're worth more, but their knowledge is less.
Oh my gosh. Between the school system, society, and everything, they're dumber. Is that okay to say?
Yes. No, it's true.
They're dumber and they expect more money right now.
Yeah.
Like, I had to know so much. I mean, I worked at Dutch Bros.
Me too.
Look at us.
And I
Yeah.
was fine with making a minimum wage
Yeah.
because my tips were more than...
You made more in tips than you did on your
I
paycheck.
didn't even care about my paycheck.
No, you just put that away for
I was
the
like,
rainy
I forgot to
day.
cash 5 of those.
Yeah. Oopsies. Yeah, no. You
Yeah.
walk in there. We had to count our money in the till by hand. We didn't have an iPad
Nope.
to calculate everything. We
I
didn't
think
have an
they
iPad.
just upgraded to that like in the last 5 years.
Yeah,
Because they kept it that way for a reason.
right. And you had to memorize the recipes. You had to memorize everyone's drink order that they gave you. You couldn't put it in an iPad and like go back and look. If you forgot what 5 drinks they ordered, you had to scurry back to the window with your tail between your little cheeks and ask them to repeat themselves
Yeah.
because you didn't have it just written down.
Or I went home and studied,
Mhm.
and that was the expectation.
Yeah.
Here's your sheet. I need you to know this by tomorrow.
You have to take
I
this
didn't
test
get
tomorrow.
paid
No.
to learn the content, and
Mm-mm.
now every employee expects to get paid
Mhm.
for their training.
Yeah.
I also didn't like to look dumb.
Right.
I
Same.
don't like being like
No,
not in the
I'm
know.
perfect when I show up,
Mhm.
or else.
Like I want to be the manager within a month.
Yeah.
Like
I'm gonna own this place by tomorrow, so don't worry about giving me a t-shirt. That's cute.
yeah,
Yeah.
but just showing up and with nothing and just being completely content with that.
Yeah.
It's crazy to me.
Yeah, but that's where we are.
You know. Anyways, that's total tangent from marketing.
Yeah.
I started diving into SEOs, and you probably know way more about this than I do. But it was kind of fun. It's kind of like a game.
You know what? I just updated my bio part on my website to
Yeah.
kind of reflect that. And that's exactly what I said, that it's like a formula or pattern, and that makes it fun because once you can figure that out and create the success from it, then it's so fun to like apply it to other things and make it work. It's a game.
It's
and I
a
love
game.
that. Yeah.
And I hate when I can't figure out the game.
Yeah.
But I also like seeing the game
You
work.
like the challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
So I never thought I needed to have any part of SEOs
Mhm.
or optimize my Google account at
Yeah.
all because I'm like, I'm the only cryo place in town.
Right.
Lucky me. But at the same time, thought, okay, if someone comes into town or someone's Googling cryotherapy Medford, they're
Yeah.
going to find me.
Right.
I don't need to optimize it. But then I didn't realize, my brain didn't think outside the box, that people aren't Googling cryotherapy Medford.
Right. They're just Googling cryo or cryotherapy.
Not even that.
Cold.
Who even knows that cold exists, right?
Right.
Or that it's a thing, or that they even want it.
Yeah.
I have to tell them that they want it
Yeah.
because they're going to be Googling something else.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be Googling, how do I lose weight? How do I boost my immune system? How do
Yeah.
I treat my arthritis?
Yep.
How do I treat my,
Inflammation or anything.
sure.
Yeah.
So then I realized that you have to write blogs. I didn't realize, I thought like blogs were like this fairy tale little place where people go and they write their blogs. No, it's part of your website.
Yeah.
Didn't realize that.
Yeah.
So then I went to my website that I built and I Googled how to build because I didn't know how.
A blog page.
Yeah. And on the
Yeah.
side, it says blog.
Blog.
Pushed it
I love it.
and I could type.
Yeah.
And then what's really cool about it is on the side, it says what you need. Keywords. Da, da, da,
Yeah.
da.
Look at that.
And so then I started writing blogs
Yeah.
on things that people would be interested in,
Yep.
not related to cryo.
Yeah.
And I started seeing people come in. I was like, where did you see me? And they're like, oh, I Googled how do
Oh.
I boost my immune system when I'm sick? And you came up.
Magic.
Magic. I was
Isn't
like,
that amazing?
I won the game.
Yeah. Beat it. Gotcha. Look who's the master now.
Obviously, that's very little of what I know about SEOs.
No,
So
but that's it.
Tell me more.
That's it. You're plugging in keywords to your website that makes sense. Like, you don't want to keyword stuff and make it like obvious, like having like cryo, cold therapy, immune system, blah, 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 all in like this thing because Google's so smart and it knows. So what Google does is it basically trolls your website every now and then. And if it finds any imperfections or any like broken links, it will essentially like rank your website lower. So it's best to have everything look really nice the first time, which I'm not good at because I don't do that for myself. For clients, I do that,
Sure.
obviously. But having all your links working, having all your keywords in there organically, knowing what keywords to use, like the keyword research, figuring all that out. SEO is just making it so you're optimizing your website for the search engine to make it so people can find your stuff without having to say cryotherapy. They can find your stuff.
Right.
And it helps.
Because people aren't going to be that specific.
No. People don't
You
know
have to
what they
think
want.
about your brain.
Yeah.
And what you Google and the dumb crap you Google. Because I Google dumb crap all the time.
Yeah.
And just like try to put yourself in their shoes.
Yeah. Think outside the box.
Yeah.
And you know what's super helpful?
AI.
People are going to hate me for that one, but AI is so helpful. And you can, I mean, don't put your heart and soul in AI, but if you have zero idea where to start and you're doing it for yourself, ask AI.
Yep.
You have to have some kind of nice formula to tell AI. Like everyone thinks like, oh, AI did that. Well, no, you still have to ask the right things. Yeah, and know what to say. Otherwise, AI is just going to give you whatever it gives you. But if you ask it for keywords in your industry with low uses, high searches, and whatever,
it'll tell you.
It'll tell you. And then you can also...
I write my whole thing, and then I don't want to go through and be like, did I use that keyword so many times?
Yeah.
So then I'm like, hey, this is what I want it to say. In the bottom, I'm like, make sure to use these keywords at least 5 times or whatever. Yeah. And then it will rewrite it so that those keywords aren't there.
Yeah. And that's called using your resources.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, and we love that.
If you're not utilizing AI right now, you're going to be behind the times.
And you're wasting your time.
You are wasting your time.
Yeah. Don't fight it just because some people say, oh, you're cheating if you use AI.
Why are you cheating?
Fine. You can call me a cheater all day, but I'm still getting shit done. So
I'm cheating by not eating sugar and by doing cold therapy, and that's how I lose weight. I feel like I'm cheating the system right now because I get to stay lean. Yeah. Just because I don't eat crap, and I mean, we all can cheat the system.
Cheater, pumpkin, veggie eater.
That was good.
Thanks. I just made it up. No AI help on that one.
Yeah. Obviously, there are people out there that can use AI, and you can tell
that
they didn't put the energy into actually giving AI what it needed. Yeah. They just put 2 sentences, write me this, and then it's very basic.
And they don't tweak it or adjust it to their tone or make it make sense for their business or whatever. They just say, that's great. Boop.
Or fact check it.
Yeah, because AI's, and it literally says that on like ChatGPT, it says AI can get it wrong sometimes. Like make sure you double check. And it uses funky words. And so if people don't change the funky words, you're like, normal people don't say that. Right. So, okay, I know you use AI. Like that's where AI gets a bad rap. Like when you don't tailor it to yourself, your voice, your business, whatever, that's when it gets a bad rap.
When it says warm regards, I would never say warm regards.
You're getting ice cold regards from me.
So if you send me an email and at the end it says warm regards, I'm going to be like, okay, AI.
Yeah, okay, bud. I know what you did here. This isn't personal.
I usually write the whole thing, everything I want to say. But I get sick and tired of having to be the marketing person, the accountant, everything. And now I have to be a professional writer too. Yeah. Like I'm knowledgeable up in here. I know what I want it to say.
It's called a writer's block.
Yeah. Yeah. AI is going to do paragraphs
just need a little
punctuations all the way you want. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. And I think that's fine.
So besides writing blogs, what other advice do you have to optimizing your SEO and keywords?
Oh, man. There is a little spot. Like I love using WordPress. Some people don't like WordPress because it's a little too easy. Or not really too easy, but there's a lot of customization you can do with WordPress, which I love. I'm kind of a nerd. I studied computer programming and all that stuff. I know how to code and all that. Yeah. So for me, I love that because if there's a certain feature that I want that WordPress doesn't have a little button for, I can just
code it in.
Get the HTML part in there, code it. Everything's amazing. Yeah. But that said, it's also really easy.
It's very user friendly.
Fuck it up too.
It is.
Oh, if I'm like I did it for a client once. They wanted something fancy, and I was like, oh, yeah, I could do that. Just code it. And then I put the code in the wrong spot because when you open up the HTML code, it is
Oh, I've accidentally done that.
chaos.
And I'm like, oh, that's scary.
Yeah,
Click
like
out.
there's, unless you know what you're looking at, there's no rhyme or reason. There's just letters, there's not even real words. There's like all these different punctuations, and so you have to know exactly where you're looking and where you want to put a code. Otherwise, it could throw off your entire freaking website.
Yeah.
And then to figure out where you put it when you go back to try to fix it, another nightmare. And so I did that once for a client. And I was showing the client the final result of their website. And they're like, oh, why does it do this thing right here? I was like, I don't know. Let me just, let me change that. And then I went to change it, not remembering that I coded that in there. And it changed the entire website to be messed up. And I was like, as I'm presenting them their final website, and I was like, okay, yeah, I think something's just up with the internet. Maybe like it's because all of us are on this right now. I'm gonna take this home and just fix that little part, and then
And spend the next 48 hours.
having a meltdown, fixing this, and trying not to look like an idiot. Yeah. No, I'm gonna be right back.
Shoot.
Yeah. But when I'm not doing that and it's actually going well, coding's amazing. And I love that about WordPress, but it's also very user friendly for like with the buttons it has. There's tons of features. You can put all kinds of plugins in to make it
You can
sync
make
with
a
different
very
things.
basic website.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot more to it, but like you said,
Yeah.
you're more knowledgeable that you could do more intricate things.
Yeah.
Have shops and all the things,
Yeah.
but you would have to know a little bit more. But if you just need a basic website,
Yeah.
it's really user friendly.
I really like it for that too.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, just knowing what keywords. I like to use AI to kind of give me like a little head start on my keyword situation, like what exactly I want to find.
Yeah.
And then there's another search you can do on Google to figure out what keywords are actually relevant and working. Like some keywords, if they have too many uses, they're not going to be helpful to you.
Yeah.
It's like I try to tell people, think of keywords like hashtags. Like if there's a ton of uses,
then you're not going to be seen.
You're not going to be seen. But if it's a really specific,
niche it down.
Yeah, if it's too specific, you might not get seen either. Yeah. So you want to kind of find that sweet spot so that you're categorizing your content where it should go, but also not dumping it into a massive folder where it won't get found.
Yeah.
So it's, but as long as you're plugging those in there and making it make sense and sound like you, and then on WordPress, there's this little sidebar where you can put your SEO optimization, whatever, in. It's like a little excerpt you can put in there, and essentially
it'll generate it for you too.
Yeah, you could do that too.
I mean, I've gone through and been like, I don't really like that.
Yeah,
but it's nice to like have a starting point or to have. It's kind of like going to Pinterest, right?
Yeah.
Like, ooh, that's a good idea, and that's a good idea. It kind of like gets your juices going, and then you go create your own thing.
It gives you direction for sure, and that's helpful, especially if you don't really know what exactly it wants from you right there, because that SEO excerpt is what shows up on like Google. Like you'll have your website, your different pages, and under your page link, that's where it has that little description of what that page is. And so you want to make sure that matches what your page actually is. And sometimes when it generates it for you, it comes up with like crazy things. Like it did that to me last night. I'm like, yeah, that's not what this is about. Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they give some good AI pictures too.
Oh, I haven't even tried that.
Ooh. It's fun. Some of them are weird, and I'm like, that's weird.
Why is there 6 fingers on that hand?
But WordPress's AI pictures
Oh, yeah?
is way better than ChatGPT's pictures.
Oh.
AI pictures. Because ChatGPT puts in words that aren't words.
Fun.
And I'm like, okay.
Okay, bud. Thanks. Yeah.
But WordPress has some really good
Huh.
AI pictures.
I'll have to look at that. I love that.
All right. SEOs, Google.
Yeah.
Oh, another good way I've found is when you do Google Ads or you do Google Analytics.
Yeah.
It'll show you what of your keywords that you have in there get searched the most.
Yeah.
So then you can kind of delete the ones that don't get searched that often.
Yeah.
And then add in ones and keep making sure that you're getting the correct keywords.
Yeah.
For your
and
business.
WordPress has a plugin for that too that I love. You can sync it up with your Google profile and your Google Analytics. And so if you do run ads, you can, what do you call it?
Yeah, link it. Okay, I
Yeah.
didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah, you can
I'll have to
link
do
it,
that.
and there's like some plugin, I forgot exactly what it's, Google something. But it actually will sync up with your WordPress website and your Google Analytics, and it'll all be all together, and it's really nice.
Ooh, I'll have to do that.
Yeah.
I mean, I just wrote a blog and it's supposed to automatically go to Instagram and it didn't.
Oh,
So
rude.
that's also the part of when you don't know this stuff and you're not an expert like you
Yeah.
are, you're like,
Pull your hair out.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
I still do that.
I have to probably just Google it. Be like, why isn't my WordPress syncing up with my Instagram? And it'll probably
Yeah.
tell me.
Yeah.
So I have no excuses.
Yeah.
It's just you want things to work.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
anyways, I didn't know you could sync those. That's cool.
Yeah, that's super handy.
What else?
Are you syncing your stuff to Pinterest?
On Instagram to Pinterest, yes.
What about your website to Pinterest?
No.
I'm pretty sure there's a way you can do that too.
Okay.
Like
Like my blogs can go over there.
Yep.
That makes sense because I've
Yep.
read many of blogs
yeah,
on Pinterest.
exactly.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, everyone thinks of Pinterest as like a social media type thing, but it's actually like
No.
a search engine.
I search Pinterest all the time.
That's what you do on Pinterest. You search things.
Yep.
So if you flood Pinterest with all of your business stuff and you're doing exactly what you're doing for Google on Pinterest, people are going to find your stuff there too, especially if you have like an e-commerce platform.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
YouTube I hear is great. I haven't,
Yeah.
obviously we tap into YouTube with this business,
Yeah.
but I haven't tapped into it with my personal business. Have
I
you?
haven't either. No.
Have you thought about putting your webinar teachable pieces on there?
No.
No,
Mm-mm.
I know.
It's just one more platform for me.
I know, but the business instructor, he was talking to me about how, I mean, YouTube's probably the biggest searched, like,
Yeah.
search engine people use.
I could see that because when I started using like the fancy video editor software,
Mm-hmm.
that's exactly where I went was YouTube to figure out like how to figure out what everything was.
Yeah.
So I could see that. I just don't know. You just post a video, right? I'm sure it's the same kind of situation. Like you want to have an optimized title for people to search your keywords. Like that's what I do for ours for
Yeah.
the podcast. But
But you can link that to Pinterest.
yeah,
Or I technically could put a video in my blog
Mhm.
and link that over too.
yeah. For Pinterest, all you need to do is have like a graphic, and then just the link wherever you want it to go.
Mm-hmm.
And as long as that link works, Pinterest is going to show it to people.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I am actually going to make myself business cards. Believe it or not, I don't have business cards.
I ran out of business cards, so I can't really talk.
At least you had some, though. I have never had some for my marketing business. I've been doing this since 2017.
What are they going to say? Are they just
don't
going to say your logo and then your name on the back?
Like, am I going to put my face on this? Like, what are we doing?
I like when you watch movies and they hand someone a business card and it just has their name on it. Like,
Right?
very, like,
Yeah.
inconspicuous.
Yeah.
Mo Burton.
And yeah.
Like, oh, how do I find you, Mo Burton? Like, it's so mysterious.
Call me. Yeah.
I call you. Figure it out.
Figure it out, bud. Find me, okay? Yeah. Yeah, I decided that, because, I don't really market myself, which is a problem.
Yeah.
I just rely on word of mouth. And then when word of mouth gets a little slow, I'm like, oh my God, now what do I do? So,
Well, word of mouth is the biggest
yeah.
way to get people. So
Yeah.
it's almost like you don't want to invest in other things because
Yeah.
you know that word of mouth is 90% of your business.
For sure. So I just decided I'm going to make business cards and give them to people who are saying my name.
Yeah.
So it's just easier because I feel like there's that little piece missing. Like they'll pass along like my phone number, or they'll pass along whoever they referred to me. They'll give me their phone number, but I mean, we miss each other. But if I had like a business card and gave it to all my friends and said, tell your people.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just going to harass businesses and ask if I can put my cards in their business.
You can put your cards in my business. I actually
Thanks.
just threw away so another way I have been promoting, especially in this small town,
Yeah.
I think that you have to figure out what you're promoting,
Yeah.
who your demographic is,
Mhm.
and then you have to gear your promotion towards that
Yeah.
because Vitality is very family business ran. People
Yeah.
want to know my life. People, I get more hits on me and my kids carving pumpkins than I do on anything vitality, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Like people are interested in what's going on in my life. They want to know that they're investing in somebody that
That they connect with.
connect with.
People are nosy as hell.
Correct. Which is totally fine.
Yeah.
I'm nosy with their lives too. I learned a
Yeah.
lot in the 3 minutes they're in that cryo machine.
As soon as I walked in here, he said, "How's your vagina?" And for everyone who doesn't know what that means, I had a hysterectomy a couple weeks ago.
But the other person that was here was like, whoa, that was
very forward when she just got here. Good morning. So yeah, you can learn a lot about somebody when you're very direct like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my clients end up becoming my friends. So I get what they want to know in life. But that's that business. And then, you know, we have this business.
Yeah.
And really this business can be all across the United States. It doesn't just have to be our valley. So we can promote it differently. Or if I'm selling on Amazon, I'm going to have to promote that differently. I can't promote it to just this small valley. I'm promoting it.
Yeah.
You know, it's all different.
Yeah.
But one thing that I am doing for Vitality, because it is small community.
Yeah, you need local people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Is I'm teaming up with other businesses, which makes it a lot more fun. And I write a newsletter every month regarding something that people might be interested in: Alzheimer's, arthritis, depression, whatever, working out, weight loss. Relating it to cryo and sauna, and also adding in pieces from other people.
Yeah.
I team up with a nutritionist so we can add a little nutrition piece, or One Peak. You know, they had those glucose monitors, which had to do with my glucometers.
That's amazing.
And then I take that newsletter and I send it to all the people that I partner with.
Yeah.
And then they send it out to their email list. So now my email list was only 2,000, but their email list is 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. And now I just have an email list of 10,000.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of other ways. If you are in the valley and you're trying to
collab
get locals.
Yeah. That's amazing.
Collaborating with other businesses, I think, is a really good way to do it.
Especially when it's mutually beneficial.
Yes. And then they do the same for me.
Yeah.
And then they send me stuff. And it kind of, and especially in the health field, you need more than just cryo.
Yeah.
You do. You need nutrition. You need a personal trainer. You need a good, you know, whatever it is. But
yeah. And I feel like that's what kicks off people's health journey when they start here is they're like, wow, I feel really good. Like, what else could I be doing? And then it's like this whole snowball of, well, you can do all these other things, and here's all my friends, and go see them and do this. And so having that community already lined up for people is so helpful. So they're not trying to figure out like, where do I go for nutrition, or where do I go to get my hormones checked? Like, you already have the list, and you're like, here you go. See you later.
I've already found the best in the valley for you.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I'll tell you everyone's pros and cons, and what, you know, I kind of know people, and, you know, now have 4 massage therapists here at Vitality. And so I'm not going to just promote to one. It's like, well, what are you looking for?
Yeah.
Let me team you up with the right person.
Right.
So I kind of know everyone's personalities and who will mesh with.
Yeah. That's perfect.
Yeah. So little collaborations like that, and that is a very personal thing. That's not to do with SEOs or Instagram or anything, but
no, but I love collaboration stuff, especially like if you're doing it on social media too. Like that was always such a hit for my clients. Like if we collaborated with another business in town, because people love seeing that, and what you're doing is you're introducing yourself to their audience and their audience to you, and vice versa, and it's organic, and people don't even know what's happening half the time, especially if you do like a collab post, because it's going to show up on everyone's feed, and you can't even tell what's happening. It's just happening to you, and you're like, who is this? Where did this come from? How did it get here? And then you're interested, and you're like, oh, because they know my friend so and so. Got it. My friend so and so trusts this person, so now I'm going to trust this person. And it's like that handshake for your clients, like, okay, we're good. This isn't a stranger. And now I'm going to support them too. Yeah. And it just works out so nicely.
I never go online. This is probably bad.
Don't listen to this advice.
I know, but I never go online and see someone's page and I'm like, oh, I want to go check them out. Ever. Like, I have to know that Mo went there and gave me her stamp of approval before I go there.
No, for sure. That's the thing. You're like, I want to know that someone else has already tested the waters for me, so I don't have to go and like do it myself. Like, I want to know if somebody else loves that place first.
I want to make sure they, they ate the food and they didn't die.
Yeah.
And then I'll eat it.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to call 5 friends first and see if they went. And if they're all unanimous, I'll go. Yeah, that's how collaboration works.
What's also great about that too is when you're hiring employees.
Yeah.
Or you're hiring someone to work in your facility, or you're hiring another practitioner to team up with you. You know a lot of people. So I've almost teamed up with a couple of people, and from first impression, it was great. And I literally almost teamed up with them. And then I was like, oh, where have you worked before? I'm like, oh, I happen to know that owner. I happen to know a lot of owners around here now just because it's fun. And it makes business so much more fun. But I'm like, hey, so-and-so. And they're like, oh, I would never talk bad to the general public because that's not who I am. I would never keep for someone from making money. Neither would I.
Right.
But don't let them in your building.
Literally. But don't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's useful too for businesses, just to have that relationship, like looking out for each other. There's a difference between just like talking shit and also like looking out for your fellow business owner. Like, hey, don't make that mistake that I made because
this is what happened.
This is bad.
And whatever, this person doesn't do well with communication or any confrontation.
Or they steal your money or something crazy.
Right. They don't pay.
Yeah.
Or they're consistently late.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, it was never bad things. It was just more like, hey, do you want this person representing your business? They are consistently late. And it's like, yeah, you might be your own practitioner, but if you're consistently late, like that represents my business now. And I'm having to make up for you when your client comes in and
I'm referring my friends to you and my clients to you. Like, that's a problem.
Yeah. So definitely everyone remember that this is a small town and
how you treat people goes a long way. So while I really rely on like the internet to do my dirty work for marketing for myself, there is that personal connection that you should be making with your community, if that's where your clients are, other businesses, if that's who you're using for word of mouth, like all of that. So like when I do get my business cards and give them to all my business friends, just that like footwork is a piece that I always miss because I'm so like guarded and in my shell, and I think my business is all my fault. And so when it's not doing well, I'm like, well, I'm not going to show my face in public. Like, what?
Nobody likes me.
Nobody likes me. That sounds crazy.
Yeah.
So, and that's not real.
No.
But
it's all fake.
It's all fake. So,
ooh, can you tell me? I know you have something new up your sleeve, and I feel like
you feel like
it's maybe just helping people, doing small things for people and helping people with their grids or helping them give ideas. But tell me what you're doing.
Okay. I did this poll the other day to figure out like how I could help people without trying to manage everyone's account myself. So it's going to be like a DIY situation for you, but with the framework and a proper strategy and fresh eyes on your account.
Yeah.
So essentially, I'm going to give your account a good look over, really with a fine-tooth comb, and figure out what could be better, what's missing, what you're doing really well, and then take that information, put it into a strategy for you with feedback, and kind of help guide you on exactly what
I love
could
it.
be better. Yeah.
I feel like that is going to be huge.
I hope so.
Because I don't think everyone can afford their own social media manager.
Right.
When they're first starting out a business.
Yeah.
But they also need some guidance.
Yeah. Just a fresh set of eyes to say, this is doing amazing. This could be improved. Like, and then give you direction on where to go. Because it's fun for people to be like, oh, this needs work. And then people be like, yeah, well, what do I do? How do I fix that? So giving them the answer to how to fix it and kind of a strategy, hopefully will be helpful.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because when you took over my social media, I'd been running it for a while and I felt like I knew, little bits about it that you just get from running it.
Yeah.
But when you came in and took it over, I instantly got more views just from little twerks.
Yeah.
And like crazy things, because I'm so attached to my social media. I'm so attached to what I'm putting out there.
Yeah.
And you're not as attached. You're more attached to getting me engagement.
Yeah.
And so you would make things like 6 seconds long, and I'm like, say everything I want to say that's 8
Yeah.
minutes long.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, I know, you need to shut up and only do 6 seconds. And it got more engagement.
Yeah.
And people would even tell me, they're like, that post you put out was really long. And I was like, it was a minute and a half. Like,
But people are so lazy and they don't want to sit there for a minute and a half.
they
And
just
it's,
want a 6-minute tidbit.
yeah, just tell me what I need to know right now.
Yep.
Yeah, but it also leaves them on kind of a cliffhanger. Like, okay, I'm coming back because I know she has good stuff to say. Like, it's just, but when you're too close to the project,
So true.
it's hard to detach yourself from that and be like, I'm not telling them everything I want to tell them right now. And that's okay. Because we're going to just break all that up, spread it everywhere, and then that'll keep people on your page because they're going to start looking for, well, what else are they saying? What else is she going to talk about? Like, and just get in there. Because if you give them the entire meal deal in one, they're going to be like, okay, see you later.
Yeah.
And that's it.
I love this.
Yeah.
It kind of gave me inspiration for my business too, because okay, so you run people's social media, but it's a high dollar. It's what marketing, I mean, it's a lot of work. So, and not everyone can afford that in the beginning, right?
Right.
So, but you know what it takes
Yeah.
to make that perform. And
Yeah.
so that high dollar is worth it.
Yeah.
However, you want people to be successful and you want to share your knowledge and you want people, people to come back to you for advice and all the things. So this is a great little happy medium.
Yeah, I hope so.
And so then that gave me inspiration to kind of do the same thing at Vitality, because I'm like, our $400 package, everyone should have it because you should be here every day because cold therapy, I'm so passionate about it.
Yeah.
And I want to help you and I know it'll change your life. And
yeah,
not everyone can afford $400 a month.
For sure.
So I started this new package, which is 2 sessions a month for $45. And then you get every additional session that month is 35% off.
I love that.
Right. So it's like they're still members.
Yeah.
They're still the Vitality community.
Yeah.
And they still have some accountability to come in.
Definitely.
And I still get my eyes on them and I still get to talk with them and they still feel that connection with me to have that accountability.
Yeah.
And then I can help them at home and I can help them work it in. And this conversation is happening.
Yeah.
And so I feel like I get to help more people, which is why I started it.
Exactly. It's
I
to
wanted
help people.
Everyone to have it.
Yeah.
And I even try to keep and you do too, but I tried to keep my price, so that it was lower than the norm. Cryo is like $70 other places.
For sure.
So I tried to keep it lower so that more people could, but it still wasn't touching all the people I wanted to.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to have this place where only, the elite of the elite.
The
can
1%.
Come. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I love that. Yeah.
So I loved that you did that and I kind of took your inspiration.
Amazing. Well, and I love your new package too, because especially for people like me who are not accountable with coming in every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I think that's amazing because you're still able to come in, get in that routine, not for a high dollar. So you can still get your foot in the door, get those benefits, and then it opens it up to, okay, well, if I do want to come back more, it's not crazy expensive. And I'm already here, so.
Right. The drop in price isn't as bad, and it's not as rough. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think sauna ends up being like, I don't know, $14.
You know I love me some sauna.
I know. But it's like I did that with yoga. I didn't want to commit to going 4 times a month, but so I would just do the drop-in for $20.
Right.
I'd probably do the 4 times a month, but then I didn't feel the commitment.
It's the commitment. People are scared.
Well, what if I'm on vacation?
Yeah.
Or what if my kids are sick? Or what if I can't?
What if I don't have time? What if I have to go to work? What if,
Yeah.
It's an amazing little starter package for people who are kind of unsure about it.
Right.
Because they still get those benefits of the low price. They get to come in and get the benefits of it and just experience your place. You have so many fun things in here.
Yeah. And soon, if you're a member, so even that small membership, not the $400 membership, but you'll still be able to do it after hours and on the weekends. And then we're not doing hot tubs, which is super sad.
Yeah.
There was just a lot of legalities to that.
Yeah.
Which I'm not super passionate about hot tubs, so I'm kind of glad we're not doing it because I can really only sell things that I'm passionate about.
Yeah.
Because I only sell things that I do and love.
Yeah.
So we're doing this red light therapy mat and it's huge. It's amazing. And then I'm very excited. We're going to do neurofeedback.
Ooh.
So it's like this band that goes over your head.
Yeah.
And it stimulates your brain, brings red blood cells to the frontal lobe.
Oh.
It helps with ADHD, concentration, focus, sleep.
Stop.
I know.
Might as well just have my name on it.
Yeah. And then,
Cool.
yeah.
That's amazing.
So maybe if I can team up with them and then people can go home.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a mat for my bed. I'm
Yeah.
gonna need that band for
Every day.
when I'm laying there, when I'm working.
Yeah.
Cool.
I know.
That sounds so fun.
I know.
See?
Excited.
Just get your little membership, get your booty in here.
Mm-hmm.
That's so cool.
Anyways, I'm excited about when I heard that, I was like, people would love that. People need that
Yeah,
in their
I
life.
hope so. Yeah.
Because I even tried to go on Fiverr. I did this AI thing on my website and it says people can't see my blogs, which I know that's not true because I've had people from around the United
Real
States
life people have said they can.
like it.
Mhm.
Yeah. And so I'm like, well, how'd they find it? So I don't know why AI told me they can't. I don't get it.
Liars.
So then I Google it and of course, right over my head. I don't understand anything they're talking about.
Yeah.
So I went on Fiverr and I was like, hey, can you fix this? It doesn't seem that complicated for someone who knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
I got turned down like 10 times. They're like, we don't do SEO.
Ew.
Yeah.
Well, that's your first mistake with Fiverr.
I just want to get on Fiverr and learn SEO because I would have so many clients probably since none of you do it.
Yeah.
I probably have a lot of clients.
Losers.
But anyways, it would be nice just to go to somebody and be like, a simple thing.
Yeah.
How do I do it?
Just tell me how to fix this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why aren't people seeing my Instagram?
Yeah.
What's going on?
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll start with yours. No, I need a guinea pig so I know if it actually works.
Okay, do it.
If it's enough information. Because I don't want to be like, oh, let me help you. And then you do what I say and it doesn't work.
Yeah. Yeah, help me. Because
That'd be embarrassing.
I haven't ran my Instagram. I haven't been doing my Instagram. Like it's just dead.
Oh. So, step 1, post. This will be so easy. I'm so glad I picked you.
You have to go from 0. You have to be better than 0.
You just have to start. Yeah, that's amazing. Look at this. Improved. Instantly improved. Okay.
Yeah. No, I boosted something recently and I got like 10 followers.
There you go.
Yeah. I've got like 200.
Nice.
But we started from scratch. You
We
started
did,
it from scratch. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah, please. Can I be a guinea pig?
Yeah.
What else can I be your guinea pig on?
I just have my course. You want to take my course?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm making a bunch of printables for that.
You are?
That was a key thing that I was missing when I first launched my online course to teach people to do what I do.
Yeah.
Because I noticed, especially like me, I love filling stuff out. Like I buy a yearly planner every single year and I write everything down. Even if it's in my Google Calendar, I don't care. I write it down just for funsies. So when people are learning from me, if they had something that they could print out and like fill out as we're working through stuff, I think that would be even more helpful. So like an auditing worksheet, like what I'm going to do for clients, that's going in my course too, teaching people how to audit for other people. So that worksheet's going in there. How to identify your dream client. We're going to put that in there and make it like a framework for this is who you want to work with.
Yeah.
If they don't follow these guidelines, run for the hills.
I like that.
Yeah.
And you always team up with Jessie.
Yeah.
And that's a one-time thing. It can be, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
To give people
all the content they need.
content.
Yeah. We have some of those coming up too.
I had that with you guys.
Yeah.
Was I your first?
Yeah, I think you were. Yeah. And
Yeah.
it's so fun.
You girls were so much fun. And that gave, I mean, I'm still using it. Like that gave me so much content.
So much.
I do need you guys back because now I have a new look and in the shed. So I will have you back.
Yeah. Yeah, those are so fun.
So fun.
People call us an old married couple because we
You
don't
guys are
even
hilarious.
we don't even speak with words half the time. We're just like, yeah, yeah, just bebopping around each
Or
other.
if you do speak with her, Jesse's like, get out of my way.
Yeah. She's like, yeah, I'm just waiting on you. I'm like, oh, I just thought you wanted to stand next to me.
Thought we were cuddling.
Thought we were snuggling. Nope. Just move. Okay,
Yeah.
got it. Yep.
That was genius. That's probably one of the best things people can do for their business is have you guys come out and do photography and the videography all in one.
Yeah.
Gives you so much content.
So much. Like you could use that for at least 3 months, depending on your posting schedule.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love it. Those are fun.
Well, if we gotta think of anything else, we'll put it on the next one. Because I feel like I have something. It's just not coming out.
What is it?
I don't know.
Tell me.
Oh my God.
Is it about marketing?
It's gotta be.
You don't think I'm doing another event, right?
Oh, are you doing another event?
I would rather have another hysterectomy than do another event. I'd rather than put my uterus back and then take it out again before I did another event.
Events are hard.
Yeah.
Didn't you want to do something like across the country, like a community,
Um,
kind of like Heart and Hustles, but different, like one a year.
like retreats?
Yes.
Yeah, creative retreats would be fun.
Mhm.
Business retreats? Yeah, but that could just be a girls' trip. Me and my besties, and all my besties are business owners, so business retreat. You'd be right off.
Because I don't know if any, maybe you do. Like there's all these, Ed Milet is great, 10X, Tony
Yeah.
Robbins. They're
Mhm.
all like very nichey,
Mm-hmm.
but they're not broad.
Yeah.
Does that anything like that exist?
I don't think so. Maybe, but for a pretty penny.
I'll come with you.
No, we could definitely go away together. Yeah.
And not run a conference?
Yeah, not run a conference. Yeah, you and I are the ones at the beach with our laptops, so we'll work
I don't know. I'm going to
regardless.
put a business plan together for you, and I'm going to show you the dollar amount that we're going to make,
Mhm.
and I'm going to convince you.
Where are we going? Where's the first stop?
Everyone likes to go to Texas or Tennessee.
I love Texas. I was born in Texas.
You were?
Yeah, in Pasadena, Texas.
Oh, that's why. Just kidding. I've never been to Texas. I have no clue.
Like, I beg your pardon? What? That's why. That explains a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Or Tennessee.
Yeah, I heard Tennessee's amazing.
But I hear a lot of conferences are in Texas.
Mm.
People like to fly there. Or Phoenix, Arizona.
I love Arizona. We went to Sedona.
Yeah.
And then we went to Scottsdale. And there's a resort in Scottsdale called the Scott.
Mm-hmm.
Get it? Scottsdale, the Scott.
Got it.
I am obsessed.
Really?
It is so freaking cute. Just vibes everywhere.
Ooh.
I want to go back. That could be our retreat spot.
That'd be fun.
It's so pretty. It's like retro chic.
Yeah.
Super freaking cute. I'll send it to you. It's amazing.
Isn't there a cute resort out in like the desert? And you get all pampered and you do yoga classes?
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is called...
Not Jefferson.
Nope. It starts with a C, I think. Cabana?
Something like that. But yeah, we should do it.
It's like a wellness place, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
like
everyone can get all their wellness
intense healing things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go.
This will be like a $10,000 class.
Book it.
Everyone's going to sign up.
Everyone's going to sign up right now, probably, in this economy.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just spend election night there. Why don't we just do that?
That'd be great.
Yeah.
This was awesome.
This was amazing.
Thanks for all the tidbits.
We're going to be so successful. See you next time on the Dirty Business Podcast.